Your Excellencies, distinguished delegates, colleagues, ladies, gentlemen, and students. On behalf of World Information Transfer, I would like to express our deep appreciation to the government of Ukraine for co-sponsoring the 22nd International Conference on Health and Environment, Global Partners for Global Solutions, and the missions of Hungary and Singapore for supporting it. I would also like to express our gratitude to His Excellency Yuri Sergeyev, Permanent Representative of Ukraine, Mr. Thomas Gass, Deputy Secretary General for Policy Coordination and Interagency Affairs, UN DESA, Mr. Nihu Seth, Director of Division for Sustainable Development, UN DESA, our esteemed speakers, and the University of Westchester for bringing a couple of busloads of students, the future of this planet. World Information Transfer is dedicated to the studying the connection between environmental degradation and human health, and in identifying solutions to remediate our environment, and by doing so, improving the health and quality of life of Earth's citizens. Each year, for the past 22 years, I have been reciting a list of accomplishments that have galvanized the global community to attain sustainability. Unfortunately, with all the knowledge that all of us have gleaned, most of our leaders still do not have a deep connection to the Earth, and our planet is continuing to degrade, as well as the health of its inhabitants. The world can get along, as Dr. Robert Solow of MIT stated, without natural resources. So exhaustion is just an event, not a catastrophe. But can the inhabitants? Can we? We have been listening to the ills of our planet since 1972, the first United Nations Conference on Human Environment in Stockholm, Sweden, and have been conscious that we are living at the expense of the future by exhausting the resources that will be needed by the future generations. We continue to contaminate the air that we breathe, fill our land and water with waste disposal, destroy our forests at an unprecedented rate, erode our fertile soil, destroy our ozone layer, and continue to exacerbate our climate and the extinction of millions of species. We thought that environmental problems were attributable to ignorance, inadequate government, administrations, and multinational companies. To some extent, this is still the case. There are countries that lack the necessary technologies due to many difficulties that they are facing, including lack of enabling environments due to the lack of good governance and rule of law and population explosion. Others still profit from the sale of pesticides and dumping of toxic materials in the developing world. We have learned that environmental issues are of international concern and need international collaboration. However, this growing awareness is progressing at a much slower pace than the destruction of our habitat. A social order that was created by cultures without fundamental world justice cannot sustain itself. We need to change the culture, whether one of consumption or one that gives rise to increased populations. Both are unsustainable. Our present civilization, our culture, our values are endangering our world, and it is up to the young generation, those that will lead the future, to galvanize those that are unable or unwilling to attain a culture that will benefit future humanity. That is why I am so proud that each year at our conferences we have large numbers of young people, as they need to hold all of us accountable, since we already live on their expense, and those who will come after them. In conclusion, I would like to end with a quote from Jonas Salk, medical researcher and developer of polio vaccine, who, when asked who owns the patent for this vaccine, answered, "Why, the people." Thank you.